Good morning to all the dignitaries, delegates, and my fellow colleagues. I extend my warm welcome to a two-day national seminar on management in digital world, opportunities and challenges. I invite all the dignitaries to come forward to lighting the lamp, and I request a quiet group for the singing and request the audience to stand for the prayer.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणयुधाय धीमहि
Now it's time to invite our dignitaries onto the dais. I take the privilege to invite our seminar convener and head Department of Management Studies, Dr. Sukanya Mehta, onto the dais. Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure to invite our seminar chairman and our beloved principal, Dr. R.S. Jagardar sir, onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Now it's my honor to invite our beloved guest of honor and principal, Aristotle PG College, Dr. L. Srinivas Reddy sir, onto the dais. Thank you, sir. It's my immense pleasure to invite patron and our young and dynamic director, Dr. Rohit Kandakatla sir, onto that. Sir is going to join online. Thank you, sir. I am privileged to invite. I'm very much privileged to invite our today's chief guest, Dr. Logananda Reddy Airala, Financial Controller Assistant Registrar online. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining. Now it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Jayahari sir, Dean Academics, onto the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Manisha ma'am, Crit, Dean Crit, onto the dais. Now I request Dr. MRS Suryanarayan Reddy sir, Dean of Admissions, please onto the dais. Now I request Dr. LV Reddy sir, Head of CSE, onto the dais. Now I request Mr. Mahesh Reddy, Head of Mechanical Department, onto the dais. Now I request Dr. Usha Patil ma'am, Head of Civil Department, onto the dais. It's my pleasure to invite Samyukta ma'am, Head of EEE Department, onto the dais. Now I request our beloved Chairman, Seminar Convener, and Head Department of Management Studies, Dr. Sukanya Mehta, to present a seminar report.
To all the dignitaries on that and all the delegates who have come all the way to attend the two-day national seminar on management in digital world, opportunities and challenges. The Department of Management Studies has been established in the year 2009. Since its inception, the department is organizing the first ever national seminar, which is funded by ICSSR and TSHE. Over the years, the department has evolved to be strong with a committed and a dedicated team of faculty who continuously strive for excellence. We take utmost care in nurturing the students to make them as good corporate citizens. And coming to the theme of the seminar, the theme has been designed because the business environment is changing rapidly with an accelerated pace due to the technological changes which are changing the rules of running a successful business organization. And managing in the digital world has raised vast interest among academicians in the recent years. Companies are facing a challenging task to manage the digital world in the global environment. Managing changes in the digital world is the greatest task and at the same time, greatest of all the opportunities to adapt with the change. The phenomenal trends in the digital era, such as data analytics, digital labor, IoT, are creating a wide variety of challenges and opportunities for the organizations to sustain in this era, to think and act digitally. The changing landscape should not be taken as an obstacle, but should be appreciated as an intellectual way to transform the organizations in order to gain the competitive advantage. Digitalization has enabled the organizations to explore new ways to create value, either in terms of customers, experiences, markets, or business models. Digitalization is very much specific in its impact to every industry which is doing business and is facilitating a 360 degrees expertise, wide transformation in the way people do business. Lot of new business models have come up, like when you see Nika, which is headed by Falguni Nair, or Swiggy, they have transformed the way how business has been done. Then the main objectives, coming to the objectives of the seminar, the main objective is to discuss the impact of globalization and its opportunities and challenges across the various disciplines which has affected the management world, and to address the future of learning and doing business using digital technologies, and also to effect the analysis of digitalization, design and execution in the business processes and execution in the business models, and to open the new avenues and space for research and business. And coming to the report of the articles that are received for the seminar, we have received 75 articles from across India, out of which 40 were reviewed and finalized for the publication in the ISBN edited book with the number 9789390631902. And the remaining papers, so far what have been accepted, they were sent for comments by the review committee. And if the comments are reflected, they are going to be published in the book. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for a bird's view of the seminar. I request our beloved guest of honor, Dr. L. Srinivas Reddy sir, to address the delegates.
Good morning to all. Respected. Today's the seminar. Krishna Reddy, in absence, is the chairman of Aristotle Education Society. Respected Rohit Reddy, the director of Reddy College of Engineering and Technology, and respected today chairman and principal of the Aristotle Reddy College of Engineering and Technology, and my dear friends, deans and directors, and my dear Delhi electronic and so congratulations, madam and principals. Is a one what we are organizing today. National this is, you know very well, is the digital world management in digital world opportunities and challenges. Total world, you know very well, in that everyone is presenting and using and speaking is a digital literacy. They are following social media. They are following everyone. They are using smartphones. Their financial literacy also, they are using digital one. Today, there is without digital, maybe the society and human being, maybe it will be not surviving. Every moment. Now what we have to invest somewhere. We have to purchase somewhere. We have to do somewhere. Automatically is a mobile phone. The total is different. Total actually now our life has a digital world. This is a wonderful topic. Actually, we received 40 articles is selected out of 75. Is 35 articles rejected by the review committee. It's not easy to do that. So all the delegates from various institutions and various states who are in offline, who are in online. So congratulations to you all. But it's a wonderful topic. This is only for is a seminar. This is every person has to involve is directly, indirectly for awareness of the digitalization literacy. In media also, they are using digital word. Where we are, banking, just we observed. So actually now yesterday, K.T. Ramarao asked one question to Bill Gates. What is next? What we are expecting the next generation? He said, is the electronic watch of health. Watch will be showing your health. Babu, you have to take so much food only. Don't sit, please move to somewhere. You have to away. You have to walk. You have to eat. That actually that type of watches also. See the digitalization system. Maybe actually we are everything depends on health only. Health means it will be shown. We are depending others. Now we are taking care of someone, but no, not required. Everything is going on. Recently, without human being services, without human being services, without man, is actually flight is moving. Without pilot, the flight is actually taking round in the areas because of is the online, because of digital system. Especially digital market is playing a vital role in the society. So every has to do the practical knowledge due to this seminar, what actually different tracks we are available. We are having that financial tracks is there, HR tracks is there, marketing tracks is there, and the digital IT tracks also is there. You know, very well is artificial intelligence. We are actually discussing is every day. You have to share, you have to communicate is a good message to other society and other delegates. Congratulations to all delegates and when we are taking the presentation in this platform. Thank you. Thank you to all.
Thank you very much. Patron, Director, Dr. Address.
Should I take over the session?
I request our beloved patron and director, Dr. Rohit Kandakatla sir, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and good morning to everyone on dais and all the participants of the 2-day national seminar on management in digital world, opportunities and challenges. I thanks the NBA department for organizing this event because I believe it's very, very relevant in the current times. As you all know, the last 2 years, we faced multiple waves of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has resulted in various ways where we looked at challenges and opportunities of how we can continue to be connected digitally, even when most of us were part of lockdowns and were at home. So I believe there have been a lot of opportunities and challenges that have opened up in various sectors, management, education, healthcare, and there's a lot of potential for us to really identify critical challenges that can be solved or enabled through technological solutions. I look forward to the discussions through the various sessions, and I particularly hope all the students attending the conferences take great insights from this that can lead to you exploring what future opportunities are out there for you in the digital world. There are so many companies which are coming up in various sectors right now, and I think it's important for you all to use these sessions from today to understand how new opportunities can open up for you while you look for jobs, and how you can prepare yourselves for those jobs. From the department perspective, Sukanya ma'am is regularly in touch with us, and we're planning a few certification programs on MBA particular technological solutions like digital marketing, finance analytics, business analytics, all which are technology driven, which are high in demand in the current age, and that will kind of prepare you for these new opportunities and jobs that are opening up in the next couple of years. So thank you once again for giving me the opportunity, and I hope you all have a great event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for inspiring us with your motivational words. Now I request Dr. Jayahari sir, Dean Academics, to address the gathering.
Respected dignitaries on the stage, and the faculty and the delegates of the stage, and congratulations, madam, our convener, Dr. Sukanya madam, for organizing this national seminar. So we know that as Srinivas Reddy sir has given his message about the digital media and digital world, we know the importance of how that the change has been occurred. When you see from paper to the digital world, like website and all other areas, if you see, everything is with respect to what we see at present. It should be more digitalized world when you see for the future world. When we are studying in engineering aspects, at the time, we used to read our engineering books, getting the textbooks and all that fun. Nowadays, if you see our students, they will all, everything in this in small piece of gadget, what you call as a mobile, isn't it? So all the micro and all the lead materials, they want to share in your groups, and easily they can have it, and easily they can prepare for the examinations. When you see from the institution and department point of view, whatever the projects where we are doing, it should be in such a way that it's more helpful for the students in present and also the future going. I mean, their career means as an MBA or in engineering aspect, they should see that their future is more about in digital. When we discuss with our Dean Admissions, Suren sir, previously we used to have all kind of advertisement in paper and all other ways, but now see that as in social media, more importance is given in social media because of the digitalized. Every student, every parent nowadays, they'll see all the website about the college or any aspects. Now we can see that whatever the things happening around the world, easily we can find it with one click. Such a change, technology has happened. Okay, and this change, that kind of aspirant should be there in our blood in such a way that students and the faculty will be more updated so that the digital world can be captured. Means always we should see that we think ahead of 10 years. Previously, we used to think about 5 years plan. Now it has become a 10 years world. So after 10 years, how the world is going to be looked, we should have the planning over here. Then only we can reach that mark. In that aspirant, we can see in developed countries, there these analysis of artificial intelligence or cloud computing, all these as new technologies that came to picture. Okay, so the digital aspects, when you see from the MBA point of view or from the engineering point of view, it has a bright future. At the same time, really it's helpful for the students and the delegates who have gained papers for this one. I really thank Sukanya Madam for this seminars. Out of 100 papers, 75 papers have been reviewed, and in that 40 to 50 papers was done by the faculty in such a way that we can present those papers. I really thank you, ma'am, once again for these wonderful seminars. It is enlightened our students and delegates so that it will be useful for this student world and the community and also the faculty. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for enlightening the audience towards the digitalization globe. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave it right. Yes, now it's time to release our seminar ISBN 8 book. I request all the dignitaries to participate in the releasing of soft copy of ISBN 8 book. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, sir. Now I request Ms. P. Kalpana to read the profile of our today's chief guest.
A very good morning to one and all. I take the privilege to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. I. Lokananda Reddy, Associate Professor, School of Business Studies, University of Hyderabad. Sir has graduated in econometrics, postgraduate in management studies, and he completed his PhD in management sciences in the stream of finance. Sir has published 29 articles in different journals like Journal of Asia Pacific Economy, Indian Journal of Finance, Indian Economic Journal, ICFI Journal of Applied Finance, and many more. Sir has published 20 research papers in national and international conferences, supervised six scholars to complete their doctoral degrees, and he has published 6 books. As a successful trainer, Dr. I. Lokananda Reddy had designed and delivered 29 seminars, research projects, and training programs in the area of finance, pedagogical tools in management teaching, research methodology, case writing, case studies, and many more. Sir has successfully organized 13 conferences, seminars, and workshops by getting the funds from reputed agencies like AICTE, UGC, and Commission for Women. He has given 55 expert lectures in the field of management related to research and case writing, etc. He also chaired 9 national conferences and FDPs. Apart from all these things, Sir has recognized with many awards. He was awarded as the best teacher by ICBM School of Business Excellence, Hyderabad in the year 2018. He has also awarded Best Academician Research Paper Presentation Award at 3rd Global HR Summit Amity International Business School in the year 2006. He was ranked among the top 10 2000 authors in Social Science Research Network, where more than 1 lakh authors would be there around the globe. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and being here.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my immense pleasure to invite our chief guest, Dr. Lokanand Reddy Airala, sir, to enlighten our delegates. Over to you, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself. Sir, sorry to say, we are not hearing your voice. Please unmute yourself, sir. Sir, we are not hearing you. Sir, we are not hearing you, sir. Sir, we are not hearing you, sir.
Sir,
Sir, we are not hearing you. Can you please join through mobile, sir? I'm sorry to say we are not hearing you, sir.
Am I audible now? Guys, am I audible?
Please proceed, sir.
Am I audible, boss? Can somebody respond?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Thank you so much. I'll repeat a little bit. It has been already, there's a resound, right?
Yes, sir.
It's all done, but I don't know. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Please proceed, sir.
Thank you. So it has already been 2 years that we are forced into this digital teaching. Despite that, today we see these kind of technical glitches. This only proves a point as to how we should get ourselves deep into this digital transformation and go forward. So today, basically, I'll be taking you through a gist of 3 articles that are very recently published in the Harvard Business Review, which speak of the digitalization, digital transformation, challenges in the digitalization. It's a perfect research study of about 1,700 top leaders from the industry, compiled by a professor from the Harvard Business School. So I would start sharing my screen. The host should enable me to share the screen. Can somebody help me to share the screen, please?
No, sir. It is not coming.
No. The host has disabled participant screen sharing. Somebody should help me to enable screen
Yeah,
sharing
sir.
by the participants.
Sir, please proceed, sir. We already given host.
Thank you. Yeah, now it's kind of coming. Thank you. So this is how I was trying to fix the problem that we have just gone through without success. So I'm just closing all other my screens. So today invited lectures. So I have a small PPT that I've put together with few slides, just 2-3 slides. So this has been the major theme of the seminar today, and then I've also gone through the sub themes that you have here, and then I've decided I would just take you through the 3 recent articles that have been published in HBR. So the first article, which is titled as "Where Can Digital Transformation Take You?" Insights from 1,700 leaders. So this is compiled by one Professor Linda Cahill and others from Harvard Business School. So today, the digitalization has become part of it. I've seen Professor Srinivas Reddy mentioning it, that it's part of everybody's everyday life. And we can't be keeping business out of it. In fact, businesses have to struggle a lot as we go through this article. They're very, very interesting insights. The first insight is the whole kickstarting of this digitalization, though we're speaking about for so many years, and where we have already seen even before COVID, the digital giants like Amazon, Flipkart, who are managing tons and tons of data. Interestingly, this article found out 56% of the respondents have not yet started their digital journey. That means on one hand, we have big giants like Amazon, Flipkart, Google, who just live on data. And on the other hand, a hell lot of other companies which are trying to catch up to this quick but unavoidable transformation of digitalizing the businesses. So this is a very interesting insight that there's a lot more to come than what you have already seen. If what we have already seen in terms of the online meetings, in terms of the Amazon customer service and all that, we're going to experience much new digitalization in the business. So you have scope for 56% more digitalization. And having said that, even there are companies which are just into this for less than a year. This is something that nobody can ignore. Everything is changing today, and the technology is the key driver. So this we started experiencing for quite some time in our lives. We have transformed our living rooms from those black and white TVs to colored TVs to today whatnot, plasma TVs, LCDs, LEDs. All this transformation, all of us have been witness. But an area where this transformation had been really very quick was basically in the mobile arena. So it as if it was just yesterday that we have caught hold of that very running into some 200-300 grams of weight of I still remember 6 rupees they used to charge for an outgoing call and 4 rupees per minute for an incoming call. It was just as if it was yesterday. So I have seen an interview, Sunil Mittal, the CEO of Airtel, claiming around 2003 or 4, that we have reached 10,000 customers. That was a big celebration in Airtel, where they've reached 10,000 customers, 10,000 subscribers. Today, if you just look at the subscriber base of Airtel, how many thousand-fold cities we are not able to really point out to. So this is the quick the growth in the mobile arena. And today you see from small mobiles to the smart mobiles, the transformation was very quick. And we're in for more such challenges, more such surprises. I wouldn't say challenges, right? That is coming on our way. This is very interesting to note from the horse's mouth. So this article from Harvard Business School says 97% of those who have surveyed are strongly agreeing that companies won't remain competitive unless they embark on a digital transformation. So this highlights the very essence of today's seminar. How important is this topic? If 97% of the leaders are feeling if they don't transform digitally, they're just going to be out of the business. So such key insights are important. Why is this important? This is very interesting to note. I can understand the customer expectations. And today we have a new challenge in the form of employee expectations. If you are not digitally up to date, if you do not have digital processes, if you do not have digital means of doing business, leave alone, you won't be able to continue with the existing customers, attract new customers. You are going to face challenges from employees. Even employees do not want to work for companies which are not digitally up to date. This is a very interesting insight. People won't come you even if you're asking them to come and you say you promise pay. So if you want to be attracting talent, if you want to be an employer of choice, if you want to survive in your business, even to get employees, you need to digitalize yourself. That is one thing. Then new social expectations. This is another important insight, right? Even society expects companies to be digitally competitive. So if you are not digitally competitive, the public perception of the company is also going to be down, which might in turn result a negative impact in your stock markets. If people don't feel good about your company, they won't become your customers, they won't become your investors, they won't become your employees. So the stakeholders, that is the society, the employers, investors, and the customers, they all want the companies to be digitally molded. So having given the importance, here the author is describing 6 qualities of a digitally mature organizations. One, an intimate and dynamic understanding of the customer. And today, who would understand our needs better than Amazon? Who would understand our needs better than Google? The reason why they understand our needs so well is because they know so much about us. They collect so much data of where you are browsing, what interests you, what doesn't interest you, what you are searching for, right? In kind of which products you are going up to a stage and dropping your idea to buy that. Why you are dropping your idea to buy that? So with what frequency you are buying what items? This is a data-driven digital world. So Amazon is simply adding to its own knowledge base every day at the cost of our purchases. See the irony. So I not only purchase things on Amazon, I add to its database and I pay for it. So if the companies can cleverly engage its customers, wherein it gets a lot of data about its customers, we will see a difference between the data-driven and data-informed organizations in the next article. That's an interesting piece, the next article in the series. So the first quality of a digitally mature organization is an understanding of its customer, which is intimate and dynamic. You see, what companies really do to compete in the digital world. Now, if you look at the customer focus and continuous learning, cross-functional collaboration, and data-informed decision-making, once upon a time, customer focus used to be 90%. We used to have customer is the king, right? You will have to satisfy the customer, then you need to delight the customer, right? As students of management, some of you would have already studied these concepts in marketing and also faculty. So today the focus is shifting. All will be in phase if you are a data-informed decision maker. If you have data, you have everything with you. Then a culture that is data-informed but not data-driven. See, we might have a lot of data, we might have a lot of analytics. Still, the necessity for the human mind is not ruled out. Though we build heaps of data, still a human mind is required to apply its own sense to read from the data, to get informed from the data, and to take decisions based on the information that is contained in the data. So your just data collection robots is not sufficient. You also need human beings who would be able to interpret this data. That's where you see there is a lot of demand today for statisticians. An important third element is a challenger mindset and willingness to disrupt. And today what make or break companies is just this. If you do not question your status quo, if you do not question your existing processes, if you do not see a reason to improve the existing processes, if you are in a world of all is well, you forget about the future. Today, though we have the best of the practices, though we have the best action plans, they are always put to a constant test, and you need a disruptive innovation in the place of what you call a breakthrough innovation, a disruptive innovation in the place of a progressive innovation or incremental innovation. Today, there is no room for incremental innovation. You need to do something with a very big size that would take you to the next orbit, right? At one big leap. And you need to have a challenger mindset of questioning things, your own things. This is important. Distributed decision making and co-creation. No single person can do everything. Today, we need more collaboration among the teams. Today, we need more information sharing among the teams. And today, we need more partners You look at the Amazon, or you look at the Urban Cap, or you look at Google. So why would Google allow the third-party private developers to develop apps, and it will give them access to tinker with their code? And today we have insider programs both in Microsoft and Google, where they would actually invite you to be an insider, give you the beta versions, and make you part of this so-called co-creation. So companies singly cannot do much in the digital world. Then of course, a continuous experimentation and learning. You need to be on your toes. You need to open all your eyes, ears. You need to see what can't be seen. You need to hear what can't be heard. And you should have a continuous experimentation going on in your company. Only then you challenge the hypothesis, you challenge the status quo, you will be able to move forward. And finally, of course, ethical decision making and proactive governance. So I don't want to talk about ethical decision making. That's always there, since the business has started, the most debated topic. But proactive governance is something that has caught my eye when I was reading this article. So it is not that you react to situations. You need to be very proactive, especially in bringing in the governance mechanisms. The license laws in India has gone, and then people who are controlling you are gone. So the people, who were erstwhile controlling you are now taking themselves into a different role of, facilitators. Today, the whole world is out there to help you if you are really in a position to contribute, right, to the societal wealth. So that's the concept now. So you need to put in place the proactive governances rather than reactive governances. And I'll not be spending more time there because we have already made the points together. So this is the second article in that series, just as fresh as 7th February. The previous article was published on 31st January. So the digital transformation is a new roadmap to success. So what we're discussing here, recognize the emotional side of the digital transformation. See, this is where the what is this? The Rajinikanth's movie, I forgot it, Robo, right? Robo 1 and Robo 2 comes into picture. So there is always a human angle to digital transformation. It's not just going to happen with robots and artificial intelligence. You also need human intelligence. And this is a very interesting question. When asked what is the object of digital transformation, you see, ultimately all that should reach the customer. So 23% said it is customer experience. So this is an interesting insight. Why do companies want to go for a digital transformation? Of course, process efficiency is another very important thing that I like in that. Technology infrastructure, I'm not very sure, how would it add on to your technology? Like I told you today, we live in a highly networked space. Probably one initiative should lead to the other. Then the second thing is align around a customer-centric narrative. That means anything that you do should be seen as benefiting the customer. You need to knit a human-centric story. You should nurture the sense of shared purpose. So it is if you proclaim that I am digitally transforming, just it will benefit me, there is no point in that. So most companies put in place the the marketing strategies around they are digitally transforming because they are really interested in the customer. Then build a data-informed culture by upskilling the talent. This is a very big area that we need to concentrate today because we are being grown with our traditional systems. You have seen 56% of the companies even today tell they are not yet started their digital transformation journey. The one biggest challenge for digital transformation is the talent, the human resources, the employees who are working with us. So if you don't upskill them, probably you will not be able to complete your digital transformation journey. So this is very, very important that you put in place the digital tools, You put in place the learning and changing, strategies to make this digital immigration. That means from the traditional culture to the digital culture. So it's a very interesting here. Three categories of workforce has been defined. Just have a look at it. Digital natives. That means the young talent that you see today, who are actually grown up with the digitalization. See, so my son has seen the smartphone when he is born, but I didn't have that opportunity. So there are quite a good number of chunk of people, especially millennials, who have seen the digital transformation from the day one. So there are digital immigrants who are open to learning and changing, maybe in the age group of 40s and 50s, and there are digital refugees who avoid digital tools, right, as they are unsettling and scary. So you need to address all the three categories of people and take them on board. Only then you will be able to steer your digital ship the way you want. Data, like all information, is powered, and not everyone will embrace this transition readily. This is a big, loud message. Most of you who teach the change management, right, will understand that. This is managing power dynamics. This is most of the change management process that has been described, that there are power centers in the organizations who would not let this digital transformation take. So a digital transformation decision also means a people decision, that you need to put right man in the right place if you want right transformation. And you should also be designing for inclusive and agile problem solving situations. You can't have crowdsource, right? You cannot instead you should use cloud source. And you need to make your systems agile. That means they are lean, they are more dynamic, they are more ready to change, yet not compromising on productivity and efficiency. And finally, encourage an outside in and collaborative ecosystem perspective. Like I told you, today we live with collaborators. You take companies like Ola, you take companies like Urban Cap, you take companies like Make My Trip. They're all aggregators of services. So they don't own any of the services they owe you. They don't own any of the services that they render, but still collaborating with millions. So there was a disruption. I think am I audible, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Then finally, safeguard ethics and take proactive approach to governance and compliance. This has been already discussed in the previous article. So now I'll take you through the latest final article. This is speaking about very, very important aspect. Now you need to have curiosity, not coding. That is the essence of this article. So it is describing 6 skills that leaders should have in the digital age. So I don't, to digitally transform, I don't immediately employ a software engineer, or I don't employ an ex-employee of, Infosys or Wipro to digitally transform a business. That's not the idea. So the leader should be more curious than knowing how to code. So here are the 6 skills. So 71% is adaptability, 47% is creativity, another 48% is curiosity, and this is very, very important, comfort with ambiguity. You should be comfortable with what is uncomfortable. I think that phrase is also used somewhere in the article. Right. Then be a catalyst, not a planner. Today we live with people more in the workspace than in the private space. So you will have more things to share in the workplace, and now today's the private space is really shrinking. The workplace has become much more vibrant and dynamic. So when you are dealing with people, people really don't like this idea that you plan and they execute. You need to be a catalyst rather than a planner. You need to be part of the process, but don't become part of the output. So leaders will be blindsided if they rely on their past experience or expertise when making decisions. Like we have already seen, is the curiosity, not the coding. It's not your intelligence. It's not what you know that matters. It is how you take people along. It's how you take the collaboration along. Then you need to trust and let go. This is another thing that's becoming a very, very scary situation nowadays. We are leaving all our codes in the hands of the software engineers. We are leaving all our personal things in the technology. We are trusting banks too much. And nowadays you see the kind of frauds that are happening. That is really going to actually scare us. Having that on the other side, you need to distribute authority. You cannot do it alone. You still need to depend on 100 different people if you want one digital transformation to happen. So you need to build partnerships and be an explorer. Don't let your curiosity die, right? This is a live in a bubble concept. You might be aware. That is something that you should give enough concentration. You are often too late, especially when the first mover advantage is at play. This is very important. How leaders are expanding their digital knowledge. So 80% harness digital and printed resources. That means today reading, learning has to become a very, very continuous activity. Then 77% use external trainings and instruction, and 53% engage in coaching or reverse mentoring with digital natives. That means today we have the 23-year-old guy who is a digital native, who has seen digitalization from day one, teaching a 60-year-old guy who is a digital refugee, who doesn't want to embrace the technology. So this is a common thing, especially today in our home settings, that the grandchildren teaching the grandparents how to operate smartphones. So that's what is called reverse mentoring. Then you need to be courageous, like we have already told, be an explorer. So you must go from trying to have all the answers being comfortable and to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. This is very, very important. Now, because in a digital transformation journey, not everything can be guaranteed. Your code might fail, your server might fail, your whole process might stop. It might take more time. You need to have patience to live with that. And be present, empathetic, right? And adapt storytellers. See, the storytelling has become a very, very, important thing today, apart from your ability to use virtual tools. So what we are doing currently is virtual meeting. This is very, very important. And you need to be self-aware, then live with values and conviction. So this is what it says. I think I've covered enough ground. The only way I'll stop here and take any questions that you have. I would have loved, being there physically present today. I really, I'm feeling sorry when I missed that great stage dais there, and I'm not part of it. Really, I was looking for opportunities because for the last 2 years, we've not been out and traveling much. We're restricting to homes. Every small opportunity where I can go, I'm actually looking forward that. I would have come there, but due to the administrative reasons, I have explained to the organizers I couldn't come. So really thank the organizers and the the college management for having considered my talk. I am done from my side. If you have any questions, I can take. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hello.
Yes, please proceed.
Good morning, sir. I'm Venugopal speaking.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir. Proceed, sir. Venugopal, sir. I'm able to hear you.
Sir, in rural areas, sir, more awareness has to be created, sir.
100%.
Regarding digital approaches and all these things, sir. Otherwise, the fruits are not up to mark, sir. Mostly in rural areas and semi-rural areas. The awareness is very low, sir.
Agreed, sir, agreed. Even the survey says 56% of them are yet to start their digital journey.
Yeah.
And then we've seen the three categories of employees: digital natives, digital immigrants, digital refugees. Most companies are having a big portion of digital refugees. So unless if you answer this challenge, it will be very difficult going forward. So agreed
Yes,
with your,
sir.
comment that we need to create more awareness.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Though you are busy with academic schedule, and thanks for your kind heart for being with us and addressing the gathering. Once again, thank you, sir. And we really inspired with your valuable words.
Thank you, thank you. Pleasure was mine. Thanks for being part of this.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Manisha ma'am, Dean of Credit, to address the gathering.
A warm greetings, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. We wholeheartedly congratulate Dr. Sukanya Mehta for organizing funded two-day national level seminar on management in digital world opportunities and challenges in association with TSHE and ICSSR. I strongly believe that research is a face of nation. This conference is a platform to discuss challenges and trends in digital world. As a coin has two faces, the same way digital world also have two faces, advantages and disadvantages. And I really suggest you all to focus on the advantages of the digital world and grow higher and higher. You all know that a decade back, India has only 600 startups, but now, according to 2021 statistics, we have around 60,000 startups. So thanks to the managerial world around the globe, around India especially. And we also know that Global Innovation Index of our India, our nation is 46 now. It's among 132 economic countries around the globe. So India is growing higher and higher, and we all are the key elements for the same. So I wish you all all the best for this conference. Participate, grab the knowledge, write papers, publish as much as possible. So take it as a platform and be the torch bearers as you all are the future of generation. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable words. Now I request Dr. M.R.S. Surinan Reddy, sir, to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you on the dais and off the dais. I think in this two-day national seminar, the key takeaways from this session, I can give you one or two examples so that everybody can understand the digital transformation. Few years back, beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he is introducing this digital thing into the world, people were laughed. But now we can see on the roads, digital beggars. That is the real transformation which is happening in our society. At the same time, as a scholar, as a student, or as a faculty, if you are not ready to change, change will change you, especially in this digital pandemic world. The other way around, we can say that many thanks to COVID-19 pandemic, because now everyone is talking about digital. Really, COVID-19 is giving a lot of inputs in our life to be more active to more, innovative in our nature. And one more thing I can say, many of the students are here. Everyone is talking about earning after your employment or maybe after your post graduation. But lifelong, as a human being, we have to understand one word, that is learning. If you remove the word L, earning is there. So on this, digital is also giving indirectly the lessons in this era only. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for inspiring audience. It's my immense pleasure to request our beloved seminar chairman and principal, Dr. R.S. Jagardar, sir, to address on the theme of the seminar.
Good noon, everyone. Dr. Lokanand Reddy, sir. Guest of honor, Dr. Srinivas Reddy, sir. The Chief Pastor, Seminar. The delegates and all my leadership team. Dr. Sukanya, the conference convener, she has taken the lot of pain to reach to the people and try to give the message to the across the country that digitalization is how it is going to be a challenge and how it is going to be a well, as we know that most of our delegates from the management and they are looking from the IT sector, from the management sector, from the engineering sector. Everybody has got to find out the answer to some questions. Now here are the certain challenges which I will be discussing with you in the next 20-25 minutes. We are talking about the digital. We are talking about the internet. We are talking about the reaching to the people, not in person, but we are talking to reach to the people through the digital world. That is through the image or maybe through the live sessions or like that. There was an interesting statistic which has come up. I don't know whether you might have attended or not. 5 days back, there was a session by our Honorable Prime Minister for the digital education. It was the webinar on the digital education, Monday to be more precise. In that, he was clarifying about how the digital education is going to take place in the next 10 to 15 years. The digital university we are talking about to establish. During his presentation, there was one slide which was expressing about the reaching of the internet. I'm talking particularly about the challenge in India. Almost 75% of the people in India, now they have got the access to the internet. Out of the 75%, if I try to convert the connectivity in the metros, in the cosmopolitan cities, a city with the population more than 3 lakh, the connectivity out of 75% is a 70%. It is accounting. The 5% is the accountability of the internet across the urban area and the rural area. One of the survey which has been carried out 2 months back during the pandemic, nowadays there is I will use the word as a fad. fad in the sense I am from this naturally the generation which has worked in the believe or worked mostly in the physical environment, not in the digital environment. So that's I can think it is a good comparison and maybe a good thought for you to think on this one, because the management, marketing, and so many IT, everything is involved in that. In that survey, they have seen that, they have observed that if suppose you have the 1 GB data with you, out of the 1 GB data, most of the data they are using for surfing through the WhatsApp, surfing through the Facebook, uploading or downloading the videos, maybe from the YouTube, whatever their favorite serials and all those things. If that is amounted together, brought together, three categories they made. One the rural area, one urban area. Urban means the city which has got the population more than 1 lakh, and the metro cities, or the where we say that municipal corporation are there. So there they found that averagely a customer or a person or human being, again I'm talking about the metros and the corporation, 90% of the people, they are going through these data utilization in the Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, and going through these latest happening in their respective field. If I am from the engineering, naturally I will be searching through the engineering. If I am in the marketing, he will be going through that. The 10%, they search for the maybe the product or maybe for the business, or trying to get the data related, listen the word carefully, use the data to get from the internet for their developing the business, developing the market, or developing the contacts for getting into the rather what we call as the managing your portfolio. If I am in this, say the financial, say if I am working in the financial sector, then I will try to collect the data from the internet related to the financial aspect, financial management. But the biggest problem in the survey, they found that the trustworthiness or the reality is a big questionable and is to be found out correctly by using your different research methodology, by finding the data consistency and all that. Of course, that is something in more detail. But you, as if you are looking for managing your digital data or managing your digital world, one has to learn these techniques. When it goes to the urban area, that means the population which is more than say the 1 lakh, the surfing or browsing related to the market, related to the digital market, related to the customer and all, it is merely 10 to 15%. And when it goes to the rural area, merely it is a 5%. And in India, we say that 70% of our populations are staying in the rural areas. At one side, we say that we have reached the rural people. We say that we have almost 75–80% we have reached to the people throughout the India. But when you get through this market, when this go through this survey, then the question arises, really, there is a lot of need for carrying out the marketing or the managing, how to reach to the people Again, I'm not talking about the metros, or I'm not talking about the urban area or the corporate area, but whereas the rural area where there is a real need. Today's market, the digital way is reach to only this particular section, but we have to work, and there is a big challenge for the particularly the management person or the management students to find out the way how they can reach to the customer, reach to the people who are still at the rural areas. Whenever any programs happens, particularly like this, it happens only in the corporate sector, in the metro cities. And when we collect the data, even if you look at the data which is being collected carefully, you will find that out of the 1,000 respondents, 999 respondents are from this metro or the corporation area. Hardly there is a one in the 1,000 who is giving their views from the rural background or from the rural area. So I feel that to get the answer to your challenge of reaching to the people, maybe if you are doing the survey from the rural, connecting with the people from the rural background, then you will able to get the rationalized figures, and these rationalized or the real figures will help you to carry out your strategies for marketing or for reaching to the people in the what real we call as a digital market. I think here one case study I would like to share with you. It is a sort of the, again, comparison. And I will leave the answer to this case study from the delegates. I remember the first international conference in my life, which as the chairman of the conference, we have taken it in the at Thane in the 2004. It was in the mechanical engineering. For that international conference, it was a super specialized conference in the mechanical engineering. And we got though it was a completely offline. It was on the offline mode. And we invited the papers from the all over world, all over India also. And the connectivity we got only through the mail, but of course that time the mail was very limited, but still we could reach to the people. And fortunately for that conference, we got the response as 230 papers, which had been accepted for the conference, particularly in the mechanical engineering. And out of this 230, we have received 151 papers from the different part of the world other than India, whether it was IITs, whether it was the IISc, even we received the 2 papers from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And physically, they came here. And of course, the time we took, it was for the 1.5 years. That means the conference we are declared in the 2003 January, and it happened in the 2004 December. Now, let us talk about today's conference. If I am correct, we have announced this conference 3 months back. This national seminar, we announced 3 months back. We tried to reach to the people by using the digital media, by using the WhatsApp, by using the contact through the WhatsApp, by sending the invitations to using their to the colleges, by extracting the data from the website and try to contact. The response is with you. Now my question, or rather the challenge which from these two data is up to you to analyze. What the challenges or how you may analyze. These two, as I said, that 1.5 year versus the 3 months. The second problem statement, he really, the knowledge which we have gained through from this, as we have this digital management. So deliberately, ma'am has taken the pain. The book, proceeding book should not be the physical. Otherwise, you will say that, sir, you are talking about the digital world and your proceedings are in the physical way, how it is. So that's why we have brought up this into the CD form, and will be, of course, we will be sharing with you, not the CD, but we will be giving you the physical, because still in India, even not only, I don't know about the abroad much, but I believe that the people believe everything in the physical form. Though the digital is accepted, we purchase the cloth in the digital way, we purchase anything on the digital. And when you receive at the gate, when that person is coming for the delivery, after getting the delivery, again, as I said, out of these 10,000, the sample size 10,000, 9,998 people, customer doesn't allow that courier boy or the delivery boy to go, give the delivery and go. We don't allow. We ask him to wait here. I want to verify that product, whether it is a real, whether it is as per my order, or whether it is working. For example, if it is a machine or anything, I will check it physically, then I will accept it, I will make your payments. Sometimes the argument goes to the endless. Why it is so? Because still the mental block of the people is in the physical. So this is one, through this case study, you can have this challenge. Find out you can go through the detail, maybe for MBA students. It can be a project for their in the second, third and fourth semester. As I said, that while you are carrying out the management in the digital marketing, one has to look very carefully, one has to take very carefully the accounting, or you cannot leave aside simply the people. Again, my discussion is on the rural base. You cannot neglect the people. Today, there is a lot of saturation. We say many times, there is a lot of saturation among the, you may call it as a saturation, you may call it as a realization, or the level of the confidence of the urban people on this any marketing in the digital mode is getting limited. They are looking now for the verification of the data. They are looking for the verified product, or they are looking for the verified customers also. If you look back 5 years back, whoever, if the data is getting, for example, for the admissions, I think Surya Narayana sir will agree with me that on the digital way, 5 or 6 years back, we used to get a mail from the many people, I have got this data from the 12th pass students, and this data is the 1 lakh. We are charging you the 5,000 something. You used to purchase it. But today now, what is our situation? Okay, your data you are giving, fine. I am ready to pay 5,000. But what is the authenticity of this data? How, whatever the data which you have given, whether it is correct or not, I want the proof. I want to verify it. And after the verification, then you proceed for the next part. So this is the one again challenge which this digitization has brought to the different management people, and definitely they have to take into the account what how to sort this factor and how to manage this factor. Another challenge when you are carrying out the digital way, the managing the digital way, you are whether it is a customer, whether it is your market, whether it is your product, or whether it is your ideas, you need to check, or you need to find out the way. When you are reaching to this or when you are explaining the idea, you need to give the not verification, but the certification from the different part of this digital world. Yes, whatever he is doing or whatever he is or whatever these ideas are put, they are being found authenticate and satisfied. The lastly, I think in the 5 minutes, shall I continue for 5 minutes? Yeah, sure. Sir, with your, just now, 15 minutes back, we were talking with the Srinivas Reddy sir, our guest of honor. The financial market and the financial management. For industry, we say now it is a 4.0, revolution 4.0. For the financial management, it is a 4.0. I will share my personal experience and my family, what they got the personal experience. We are talking about the 4.0. 10 days back, I have got one flat in the Mumbai, and I put it for the rental. So I received the one call from this one gentleman from Ahmedabad. He said that, sir, your flat is a very good and your rental and everything is a very nominal. I am the person from this military and I would like to hire it. And that's very fine. Then I asked him, as usual, in this our digital mode, what we do? We ask for the PAN card, we ask for his Aadhaar card, and we ask for the identity proof. So he sent me these 3 things. Then I felt very satisfactory, happy. Even with my friend in the military, I verified really this iCard of the military, whether it is a genuine or not. He said that yes, it is a genuine. Then he asked me very smartly, this is again a challenge which you have to face in the financial terms I am talking. He said, sir, I am getting, as I am from the military, so I am getting the 30% of this my rent to be transferred by the military government of India. So for that transfer, I will be giving this call. Remember this conversation, it was a very smart, very politely, everything in a professional way. So he said, sir, now I am transferring your number to the people from the finance department of the military. So they will be asking the verification. I know, very fine. He said, sir, now because of the pandemic, we are not issuing the money, either the NEFT or draft. You have to, if you have got any alternative, you can give us the internet banking or the mobile banking or maybe by the phone pay. So you just transfer 1 rupee to us on account. We will transfer that amount to your account. Well, very fine. My son has paid the 1 rupee, and after the few seconds, he got the 2 rupees. Now what they said, sir, you have transferred this amount in the wallet. Listen this word carefully. You may be get this amount you have transferred through your wallet. We will be transferring the amount in your bank account. Got it? So I want your bank account details. The money which you have sent and which I have sent, it is on your phone in the wallet. Whereas we will be transferring the amount in your account. So what we will do, what you can do, sir, we want to verify your bank account. We want to see whether you have this phone pay, whether it is connected to the bank or not, we don't know. So what you do, you put your 20,000 rupees, put your amount, which is equal to my amount, into the wallet, from the bank account wallet, and then he will transfer the 20,000 rupees from his side into the account, thereby it, to your wallet, and then it will go to your account. I don't think anybody might have understood this, the technical language. Wallet is a different and bank account is a different. So he told us, sir, from your wallet to my wallet, you transfer this 20,000 rupees. Then I will transfer this total 40,000 rupees in your bank account through the wallet, because this 20,000 I have taken from my bank account. From my bank account, I am transferring to the wallet. So he will get all my bank details. Then I said, stop it. There is something wrong. This is the smart financial management. And one more day before yesterday, my wife got a call. Related to the, as usual, nowadays it is happening. Okay, ma'am, your ATM card is getting expired. Your ATM card is getting expired, and you need to give the update so that we will renew your debit card, ATM card. Sorry, ATM card. They use the word. Then my wife said, okay, do you know from which bank I have got the account? Naturally, either cautious or maybe in the some scenario we say, yes, I have the Canara Bank card. Yes, I am from the Canara Bank. Okay, where from you are talking? He said, I am from this area. Then she realized it is something wrong. Because nowadays there is frauds and so many things are happening. So she disconnected. But you know that when you search it, when you carry out the search, maybe behind the screen, the thing which is observed in the financial terms, in the digital terms, that all the transactions, as Lokanand Reddy sir has already stated, that all the transactions, all the history, all your events, whatever you are doing it is digitally available in the Google. Many times you say that my location is not, location is closed and everything. But as an IT engineer, I can see I can find your locations. I can find your any history. I can get your all the data by sitting here merely. Even sir also can see what you are doing. So this is again a big challenge for you when you are managing your digitization, or what we call as the digital marketing, or what we call as the digital customer. The last, before 1990, or even before 1990, everybody was going for this, particularly our generation. We were fad of this Western culture. Everybody wanted to go abroad, carry out the studies and so many things. It happened up to the 2000, particularly the brain drain, what we call it, the many people from the India, from the IIT, from the NIT, they go to the US, carry out this so much research and all that. Correct? You have heard about this thing. These people, when they go to the Western country, they have developed so many products. Now, from this 2010, the scenario has changed quite a lot. Work from home, or the many big companies, they have come, started their office in India, and now the product is developed from the India. This one scenario. Second, we talk about this socialization or the society. I remember up to this 2010, the people were not knowing in what society they are living. But from the last 3-4 years, everybody is very much cautious in which society, in which area, in what respect I am. So maybe in the next 10 to 15 years, though you are in the digital world, but again, you will face this problem about the identity of customer, about the identity of the market, and about the identity of digitization. So what is the meaning of this identity? I think you are the smart enough to understand. And I will leave this question mark to you to analyze what is the meaning of this, my last sentence. And maybe as a teacher, I am leaving this question to you for answer. And maybe tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know whether valedictory I will be there. So keep searching the answer and tell me if it's possible. It really gave me the good opportunity for thanking everyone that very patiently you listened to me and to from the last 1.5 hours to the all delegates, or not delegates, the orator who has given a very excellent, particularly the Lokanand Reddy sir and Srinivas Reddy sir has put the challenge to me for the financial 4.0. And maybe one day we will have the one more discussion with the Srinivas Reddy sir and all other faculties. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable message on the theme of seminar to the delegates. Now it's time for expressing our gratitude to our dignitaries in the form of oath of thanks. Now I request Ms. P. Kalpana to proceed with the oath of thanks.
Being the coordinator of Midwoc 2022, I take the privilege to propose the oath of thanks on this occasion. Today, I take this opportunity to express my deepest gratitude and appreciation to all those who made this event a grand success. To begin with, on behalf of Department of Business Management, I would like to thank today's chief guest, Dr. I. Lokananda Reddy, who accepted our invitation. Even though he is busy, he joined online. And even sir has shared a valuable insights about currently what a company is requiring. Thank you, sir. I take the privilege to thank management, Chairman Lion K. Krishna Reddy and Director Dr. Rohit Kandakatla for their continuous support and encouragement to do this event. I feel honored to thank Dr. L. Srinivas Reddy, guest of honor, to accept our invitation and be the part of event. It's sure that without your support, this program would not be success, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Dr. R.S. Jagir, Seminar Chairman, for your continuous support and provide valuable information about how the digital world with the current examples, sir, and even to give a question to all of us. We will work on it, sir. Thank you so much. I take the privilege of thanking seminar convener, Dr. Sukanya Mehta, who was the backbone of this national seminar. Without her, this program would not have been done. And even I thank ma'am for the continuous development of the department as well. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank Dr. Jayahari sir, Dean Academics, Dr. Manisha, Dean Crit, and Dr. MSN Suryanarayana, Dean Academics, and all the head of the departments who has joined this occasion. Thank you, everyone. I take the privilege of thanking all the dignitaries of the dais and the delegates who has sent their papers and ready with their presentation, staff coordinators as well as student coordinators who had made the arrangement for the smooth running of the program. Thank you, everyone. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the technicians, support staff, and media for their continuous support and efforts to make the program a grand success. Thank you, one and all. Sorry, I take the privilege to thank our sponsors, Tishe and ICSSR, who has given financial assistance for this program. Tishe has given 25,000 as the sponsorship, and ICSSR has approved 50,000 as the sponsorship. Thank you, one and all. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Now it's time for digital felicitation to our chief guest. People will forget what our seminar chairman, sir, to felicitate the chief guest through online, and I request all the dignitaries to join. Now I request our seminar chairman to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Sri L. Srinivas Reddy. Thank you, sir. Now I request everyone to stand for national anthem. Thank you all for your presence and participation. I urge you all to collect the food coupons from the reception and proceed for your lunch. I urge you all to pay attention to all our technical sessions. Technical session 1 will start by 1:30 p.m. Chairperson for technical session 1 is hosted by Dr. Krishna Murari, Head Department of Management Studies, Sikkim Central University. We are expecting the delegates. Please gather here by 1:30 p.m. Thank you.
Inauguration was a very